This video came out in 1980.
Watch out for 666.
In a vision of the future, I saw in a vivid dream that the hour is soon coming when men will become machines. A new one world order will rise and then demand that all the world's people receive their scientific brand. I saw a tiny free program, computer chips so thin, implanted in men's foreheads underneath their skin, linking all its bearers to the system's central brain. The master computer that over them will reign.
Watch out for 666.
If that video isn't predictive programming, then I don't know what is. The reason they do this is so that your subconscious mind is aware of these things. If they never showed you these things in the movies and through videos like that, your subconscious mind would reject it when it came up in reality. So they get you used to it, they drop gems, little bits of information about it before it happens, so that your subconscious mind is some formal way aware of. Russia's just announced that you will be sent to jail if you are participating in any satanic worship. Satan does not exist and they have tricked you. High-level Satanists intentionally mislead you and make you think that they are worshipping the deity Satan, when in fact they are not. They do this to keep you in an illusion and keep you trapped in thinking that God and the devil are outside of you, because this keeps you in low consciousness, and then the Satanists can use you to create their reality and their agenda. Universe is a mental construct. Every object you see was first thought, imagined, then created physically. Everything begins in the mind first. The same power of God's mind that created your body, the world, the stars, the macrocosm, is the same creative force that you have access to create your life and your world. Your mind is a smaller version of God's mind, and they are the exact same powers. Depending on how we use the creational forces of the mind depends whether you are a God or Satan. The eye in the triangle represents the three creational forces of consciousness: thought, emotion, action. The eye is consciousness, the light is emanation of creation. Satanist is someone who only thinks and acts without emotion. They have no care towards anyone, and they only think and act and create towards themselves and their ego. Instead, we need to think, feel, then act, because the feelings are the intelligence within us that knows right from wrong. And if we think, for example, stealing an old lady's purse, and feel, and that feeling tells us that it's wrong, then we should not take an action. If you take the action against the feeling that's telling you it's wrong, that is now a sin, and you have sinned against the Spirit of God. A Satanist is someone who only creates for their ego and their personal gain without keeping in mind the collective consciousness and how we are all one family of consciousness. The devil is red because it represents your root chakra, base consciousness.
Do you think men should lead women?
No, let me explain. The masculine is outward expression, willpower, action, and movement. The feminine is inward expression, emotion, feeling, and the inner knowingness of good and evil. But the elites have twisted this balance. Today, men are told to lead completely, while women are told to remain silent. This is false. For action without guidance becomes blind, and blind action only leads to destruction, war, chaos, and division. Exactly what we see in the world today. True leadership requires harmony. The masculine provides action, the feminine provides direction. Emotion is not weakness, it is intelligence. It is a compass of the heart. It is the silent voice within that knows what is right and wrong without being told. This is our moral compass, our inner spirit guide. Therefore, men should not lead alone. Women must give guidance to ensure that masculine action is rooted in care, love, and truth. For Action without care destroys, but action guided by care creates. Even the brain reveals this truth. The right brain, the feminine, sees holistically the entire forest at once. The left brain, the masculine, then dissects it into trees, branches, leaves, so it can be understood and shaped. The feminine comes first, the masculine follows. This is the divine order. Your body shows it, and this is how consciousness operates. Masculine action needs to be guided through the feminine wisdom. Demon is a D-mon. Mon is moon, meaning emotion. D means negative. Demon is a negative emotion that possesses your mind, body, and spirit. Every thought you think becomes an emotion. Motion is energy in motion. You create your own demons by directing thoughts into a specific emotional form. Demons are just negative aspects of your own psyche, little voices you've created in your subconscious that control you. Thoughts turn into imagination. Imagination is the body of thought. Imagination is a dimension called the astral plane. Your negative thought forms have created demons in the astral plane. Every addiction you have is a demon, an astral entity you've created and given life to by your thought and emotional energy. This is why we all have our own personal demons. They are not some external force, they are aspects of your psyche. Why is it the ancients were so obsessed with these mythical creatures? A man, an eagle, a bull, and a lion. We even see this in ancient Christianity. The bull is Taurus. Leo is the lion. The man is Aquarius, and the eagle is an old symbol for Scorpio. These are the 4 fixed signs of the zodiac. These 4 signs represent the middle of each season. Each one of these signs corresponds with an element. In the esoteric world, they teach you that you have 4 bodies and not 1. And your 4 dimensions correspond with the 4 elements, which also correspond with the zodiac signs. Aquarius is an air sign, which represents the mind. Taurus is an earth sign, which represents the physical body. Leo is a fire sign, which is the spiritual body. Scorpio is a water sign, which is the emotional body. These mythical creatures never actually existed. They're showing you the 4 dimensions of your soul. Aquarius the mind, Scorpio the emotions, Taurus the physical body, and Leo the lion, the spirit. These depictions are showing you the 4 different bodies of your soul. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. The spirit, the body, the mind, and emotion. Each gospel shows Jesus according to the different body of consciousness. All of this symbolism in the Sumerians and the Bible is talking about you. Writing is a rite, which is a ritual, because writing words conditions your subconscious mind. Your signature is sign your nature. Your signature is your sigil. Think of me, Revival of Wisdom. You have an idea in your mind. That idea is an energy, a thought form, and this signature represents that thought form energy. In magic, you use symbols to impress your subconscious mind with different thought forms to create that reality. Breath has eth, which is ether. You don't just breathe air, you breathe in ether, which is life force, consciousness. Yahweh is the inhale then exhale of breath. Just listen closely to your breath, you'll hear it. Death has the word ether in it, because all energy, all life comes out of the ether and returns back to it. Life is an infinite cycle of energy. Life rearranged is file, being recorded by the eyes and stored within the subconscious mind. Sacred rearranged is scared, because they made you scared of all of the sacred symbols, so that you don't do your research. Words hold secret esoteric meanings. You'll never understand what I'm saying unless you study them. You can't be spiritual and want material things. And if you believe that, then you are entirely misled. New Age spirituality will tell you it's bad to want these material things, to want richness in your life. What do you think consciousness is for? It's to experience physical reality. You have been turning thoughts into a physical reality your whole life. You're doing it right now. Every time you type on the screen, you're turning a non-physical thought into physical reality. You are a creative power, a creator. You should want the best possible life, with an abundance of everything in your life. However, do not rely on these external things for happiness and validation. If you like cars, go and get yourself your favorite car. But don't rely on these things. These things are temporary. Your consciousness is eternal. Don't listen to anyone who tells you these things are evil and you shouldn't want them. If your validation and happiness comes from within, then it's okay to have these things in your life. The vagina is a portal into this physical world. She is magnetic, she attracts. Man is electric, he is action. She represents the moon, the subconscious, emotional and indirect. He represents the sun, the conscious mind, direct and logical. Females speak subconsciously. If she is hungry, she will say, "Are you hungry?" Males speak directly. If they are hungry, they will say, "We're getting food." Direction and indirection, lines and curves, the binary code of reality, 0 and 1. Physical world is governed by electromagnetism. Everything is either electric, direct, or magnetic, indirect. Everything in the universe is connected and has either electrical or magnetic qualities. Everything follows the code of the atom. If you want your relationship to thrive, just study the subconscious and the conscious mind and their relationship with each other. You will then understand how the opposite sex in your relationship functions. I'm going to prove to you that the church is scamming every single Christian in the world. Church tells you that heaven is a place after death, which is completely false, and the Bible tells you this. Corinthians 15:50, I declare to you, brothers and sisters, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. Flesh and blood is your physical body, and you are not this physical body, which means your emotions, your spirit, and your mind can enter the kingdom of God. Which means the kingdom of God is a state of internal consciousness, mind, spirit, and emotion. Most people live in hell. Hell is where your mind and emotions are giving you trauma. People suffer from mental illness, from emotional chaos. The kingdom of heaven is when you control your mind and you have good thoughts. You have a high state of consciousness where you have control over your inner world. The Bible is encoding this wisdom so that you can actually become a powerful being instead of suffering from your consciousness. Christians will never ever realize this. Pope's dress has 33 buttons for the 33 vertebrae on your spine. Jesus was crucified in Golgotha, which means the place of the skull, because you crucify yourself and you raise your kundalini to the brain, past the 33rd vertebrae to the skull, which activates unused parts of your brain, heightens your intuition, and allows your brain to process information quicker, making you become enlightened. Crucifixion of Jesus never happened. It's symbolic of the renewal of your consciousness, crucifying your old self to become enlightened and fully awakened. You have to crucify your lower self, raise your kundalini, and activate your higher self. You're cursing yourself if you do this. It's the Antichrist cross, which represents the brain and the heart and cutting the connection. Reason why this is bad is because your brain and your heart are directly connected. Every thought you think produces an emotion felt in the heart, and the heart will tell you whether that is a good thought or a bad thought. Your heart is a guidance system telling you to do the right thing at all times. Symbolizes cutting your connection to your guidance system, cutting you off from your pure intentions. Heart contains 40,000 specialized neurons, same neurons found in your brain. Your brain has two hemispheres. Thinking and making decisions with the brain can cause confusion because it is polar. The heart is unity. It has one hemisphere. They want you thinking and confusion, cut off from your pure intention and your emotional guidance. You are the Anunnaki. You are Anu, the god of the sky, and you are Ki, the goddess of the earth. Together they were married and they gave birth to the Anunnaki. You are the sky and earth. You are heaven and earth together, spirit and matter infused. Close your eyes, you have an internal world, thought, emotion, consciousness. This is spirit. And outside of you, you have this material body. You are spirit and matter infused together. You have to make sure the compass is on top of the square. The circle, spirit, is on top of matter, which means don't let the material world rule your internal world. Your internal world needs to be commands, not reactions, because spirit rules over matter, mind over matter. Until you realize all of these ancient texts are encoded and talking about you, you will never be saved. You're losing in life because your phone is a tool of mind control, designed to hijack your attention and redirect the force of your consciousness into nothingness. If you want to win in life, you must understand how your consciousness functions. Consciousness is the most potent force in the universe, and you have direct access to this. They condition your consciousness with fear so that you project a chaotic reality. They fragment your mind so you never gain power. To gain power, you must master your inner world, gaining control over your thoughts and silencing the inner conflict. You know when you want to do something, but you have that inner voice that tells you you can't do it? That is a fragmented consciousness. To gain your power, every negative thought you have, think 5 positive more. Meditate 3 times a day. Practice turning off thoughts. This will give you the power to turn on and off your mind and redirect the force of consciousness. If you can focus your mind on one goal and you think about that goal, it will crystallize into your external world through action, your energy, and you will create this reality. They're controlling you to hide the power of consciousness within you. Jesus will never save you, Allah will never save you, Buddha will never save you. No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. The universe only exists in this mind of yours. You have to save yourself from the emotional and mental chaos that you are suffering from, the internal hell that you suffer from. Why let your mind take away your power? Why let your mind, the only thing that you can actually control, be an enemy of yours? You have to make the mind your friend so it gives you power. Don't just experience life. Let life experience you. You have to become the conscious creator, the God within you. You are the creator. No one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. As above, so below. 7 planets give you the 7 chakras, the 7 metals, the 7 days of the week. Sunday for the sun, Saturday for Saturn. The 12 zodiac give you the 12 cranial nerves, the 12 systems in your body, and the 12 cell salts. The universe is fractal. Everything mirrors itself. 0 and 1 is the binary code, which is in the male and female. 5 fingers for the 5 elements. 5 points on your body for the 5 elements. They demonize the middle finger because it's the element they hid, ether. Invisible field that all energy comes from and returns to. It connects everything together to Gita. As above, so below corresponds with everything. This means you are God in a small form. You are made in the image of the stars. Jesus is not going to save you. Allah is not going to save you. Buddha is not going to save you. No one is coming to save you. You have to save yourself from the emotional chaos, from the mental chaos, negative thoughts, the internal trauma that you are experiencing is what you need to save yourself from. The universe only exists in this skull of yours, in this mind. The real savior is when you save yourself from the internal hell that you may live in, from seeking low-level pleasures, external validation. This is destroying your soul, and no wonder you feel so lost. You have to look within yourself and control the mind, and when you can control the mind, you will control your whole reality. You have to save yourself. Believing in a man in the sky will take you nowhere in life. Have an amazing day. We've all seen the viral videos of me decoding the Bible. I've just found something in the Gospel of John that is going to blow your mind. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. This word is not the vibrational frequency of word. This teaching stems back to the Hermetic philosophy. All is mind. Everything is a mental creation of the all. Every physical object in this physical plane began as a thought in the mind. The word is not vibration, but the inner mental dialogue inside of us. If you close your eyes, before you kick a football, there is a decision, an energetic shift inside of the mind or inside yourself. This command is the true you, the universal consciousness. The word that created all creation is the mind of God. All creation is an emanation of the mind. You possess a small mind, a small version of God's mind. It's not a coincidence this was on John 1:1. 1:1 represents the 2 pillars of masonry. The inner world and the outer world. The inner world of consciousness reflects outward in the outer world of matter. They are mirrors of each other. 11 is the number of creation. Israel is not the Holy Land. The Holy Land is in you. Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. Isis, the feminine right brain. Ra, the masculine left brain. You enter the Holy Land by aligning your brain hemispheres. Unlocking consciousness, El. Simply do this just by meditating. You enter the Holy Land by turning off your senses, your thoughts and emotions, and you bathe in the awareness of pure consciousness, escaping the activity of the mind, emotions and senses. The Holy Land is not a real place, but a symbolic place inside your own consciousness that you can enter and escape everything. The next time you feel overwhelmed and thinking too much, just simply meditate, turn off everything, and you will bathe in the Holy Land inside your consciousness. Religion is demon worship. If you follow a religion, you need to listen. Physical world is shaped by the mental world. This object was a thought in the mind before it was physical. All creation begins as a thought, then imagination, then energy, then physical reality. Thoughts shape the astral plane, same dimension you use when you imagine something and when you go to sleep. This is where spirits are. You have a personal mind and a collective mind of the whole world combined. And we all agree on a certain thought. This manifests as an energy in the imaginative plane. It will literally create a demonic consciousness because the collective consciousness is vibrating very low and we think negative thoughts. If you believe in Christianity, the collective thoughts of Jesus and the negative emotional energy we give him when we pray manifests as a whole collective being in the astral plane. You are worshipping a false god, deity created by the collective consciousness. True God is your soul, because your soul is connected to the source consciousness of the universe. The correct way to worship God is by aligning your mind and heart with higher consciousness and higher principles, and purifying yourself. Israel is not the Holy Land. The Holy Land is in you. Isis, Ra, El. Isis, the feminine right brain. Ra, the masculine left brain. The Holy Land is when the left brain and the right brain join together, unlocking the Holy Land, consciousness, El. The word El means God. You enter the Holy Land by turning off your senses, your thoughts and emotions. When they're all turned off, you experience pure awareness, pure peace without the chaos of the mind and the body. And when you meditate, you will naturally align your brain hemispheres. The Holy Land is a place inside your consciousness that you can go to escape the chaos of the mind, the body and the emotions. Going to Israel, Jerusalem is not going to do anything. The Bible is symbolic. Jesus was not God. Have you ever wondered what that high-pitched noise is in your ear when you are silent? Well, it turns out you can use that high-pitched noise to do something very mystical with yourself. Your brain is not one system. It consists of two hemispheres, a feminine right brain, Isis, a masculine left brain, Ra. The brain does not produce consciousness. Consciousness is downloaded into the brain. The brain is a computer that simulates this physical reality. The noise you hear in your ears can be used to align the brain hemispheres, which will unlock higher states of consciousness, maybe even out-of-body experiences. In order to unlock your consciousness, the electrical system of your brains need to be working together and not fighting each other. And that's what that noise is in your ear. The noise in your ear is the noise of the electricity in your brain. By closing your eyes and listening to that noise, you can actually sync the brain hemispheres. Or you can do it in an artificial way. And when the two electrical systems become one, you unlock consciousness, which is the Holy Land of Israel, Isis, Ra, and El. The Holy Land in the Bible is not a real place, but a place in your consciousness where you can go to and rise above the thoughts, where it's eternal peace, no thoughts. Simply just meditate and focus all your attention on that high-pitched voice in your ears. If you do this long enough, you will have a very mystical experience. What if I told you Lucifer runs this whole matrix, and Lucifer is not what you think it is? Lucifer is not some red demon with horns. Lucifer is a type of energy, the kind of energy that seduces you with light. That's why the word Lucifer means light bearer. Lucy means light, fer means to bring. It's the kind of energy that appears beautiful, that feels like it's helping you, and looks like a blessing. But behind the mask is something else, something hidden and dark. Take a celebrity, for example. They embody brilliance, talent, charisma, beauty. They look divine. But through the music and their films, you're being subconsciously programmed. You're being manipulated and pulled into mental slavery. That's Luciferianism. It's not the obvious evil. It's dressed in silk. It's destruction that feels good or looks good. Even your eyesight can be Luciferic. Look at your eyes. The sigil of Lucifer is how the brain sees and how the eyes work in reality. Light enters the eyes and an image is produced in the visual cortex. The physical world is dripping with temptation, money, looks, fame, lust, comfort. It lures you in, feeds your ego, and makes you forget who you are. And by the time you realize it, you've traded your soul for a lie. That's how the light bearer works. Not by force, but by seduction. Lucifer is the evil dressed in good. It's a type of energy that seduces you into losing and corrupting yourself. They are trapping your soul in the earth. Every ancient culture has the seven-headed serpent. The serpent represents transformation because snakes shed their skin, symbolizing growth, renewal, and evolution. You are not just physical, you have 7 energy systems in your body. Of the 7 snakes. This was not actually a real 7-headed creature. This was the worldwide religion. I don't like saying religion, it wasn't a religion. It was the wisdom for spiritual transmutation, of transforming the 7 energy systems in the body, turning you from a material being into a spiritual being. It's all about ascending this physical, mortal body. Close your eyes, there is a being inside of you, a voice that no one else can hear but you. That is the spirit they wanted to ascend out of this body, because you are still in the womb. Body is a womb for your consciousness, and you can be born out of it into a new reality. Unless you are born again, you cannot see the kingdom of God, John 3:3. Your head has this spiral, which is the Fibonacci sequence, which comes from the rotating fields of magnetism. If you look down on this electromagnetic field, you would see the lotus of life. Everything in nature contains this spiral, because everything comes from these electromagnetic atoms. That's why you have an anatomy, because you are a giant atom. Fibonacci is the only symbol that can go for infinity. Connects the macro with the micro. The macro is the earth atom. Micro is you. You are just a smaller version of the universe. That's why your head has this spiral, revealing you are a microcosm of the macrocosm. Think again if you think Jesus is real and the earth is round. You don't need coffee, you need charging. Coffee gives you fake energy. Energy you gain off coffee is a toxic chemical reaction in your brain, which fries your dopamine receptors. Your body is a bioelectric piece of technology. Number one thing your body needs is electricity and bioelectric energy. You gain electrical energy from the sun, magnetic energy from the earth, and electromagnetic energy from fruits. Fruits crystallize the sunlight, giving your body bioelectric energy. Your heart is not a pump. It's an energy vortex generator, which turns the water in your blood to plasma, feeding your body with bioelectrical energy. Cardiovascular system, the tree of life in the Garden of Eden. Your nervous system, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Heart gives you life, the brain gives you knowledge. When you place hot water into these cups, they release thousands of microplastics into your water, because inside they're laced with plastic. Forest is for rest. You are electromagnetic. Disease shows in your energy field before it shows up in your physical body. Illness vibrates on a low frequency. If you are low frequency with the food and the thoughts and emotions you feel, your energy will then match the low frequency where illness exists. But if you raise your vibration of your energy, positive thoughts, good emotions, and healthy food, you will not vibrate on the same frequency as illness. You will never become sick. You are an energetic being. Everything exists as a vibration. Trees emit high energy. Forest is for rest because it neutralizes and balances your energy. Plus, looking at all the different color spectrums in nature is very healing for your eyes. Everything is made lifeless for a reason. Lower your frequency and dull your mind. Organs are organisms because every organ has consciousness, can think with them. When you're horny, you think with your reproductive organs. When you're hungry, you think with your gut. This is why your head's called a temple, because the head is the temple of God. God is the creative power within you. Your soul is in hell when your soul is thinking with these lower brains. You unlock God when you unlock your creative power by raising your thoughts and awareness to your brain instead of dwelling in the survival brains and becoming a conscious creator. Thank you to everyone who's left amazing reviews on my book. You do not see into reality. The eyes are black holes. They suck in the light in the images produced at the back of the brain called the visual cortex. This is because the universe is a mental projection, and it's the number one law in the Kabbalion that all is mind, the universe is mental. You never actually feel the external world. When you touch something, this is your brain's interpretation of electrical signals on your nervous system. You touch, taste, smell, hear, and see with your brain. You're not in the world is being simulated from the brain and the body. It's a piece of technology. Your body is the earth, the sun is your soul, the moon represents your mind. You are the universal mind, the observer behind your thoughts, emotions, and senses. There is only one of us in the universe, and that is God. The one consciousness is what gives life to every single living life form. Satan does not exist. Mark of the beast is 3 sixes. 3 represents the 3 aspects of consciousness: thought, emotion, action. Cubes have 6 sides: up, down, left, right, backwards, forwards. 6 represents the physical world. 666 is you, when your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all going towards your physical world, cutting off your spirituality, turning you into the beast, turning the pentagram upside down, placing spirit on the very bottom. Satanists do not worship Satan, worship the material world and what it has to offer. They're actually worshipping their physical self.